On a certain highway, 25% of the vehicles are trucks and 20% of the vehicles exceed the speed limit. So we are talking about several vehicles exceeding the speed limit and several vehicles not exceeding the speed limit. And this is the first information that we have. Some of them are trucks. Let's assume that there are a total of 100% vehicles and 20% of the vehicles exceed the speed limit. So we get 20% here, we get 80% here. And if there are total 100% vehicles, then trucks will be 25% and the ones that are not trucks form 75% of the total vehicles. If 50% of the vehicles that exceed the speed limit, so here some may be convertible, some may be non-convertible vehicle, and this line says that 50% of the vehicles that exceed the speed limit is 20% and 50% of them are convertible. So we have to write here 50% of 20%, so that becomes actually 10%, and the remaining also remains to be 10%. The question is, how many of the vehicles that exceed the speed limit are convertible? So we have to find out the value of this part. That means we have to find out the 10% of the total vehicle, and we need the absolute value of this particular question. Now let's look at this statement. The first statement says that 2000 of trucks exceed the speed limit. Now trucks exceeding the speed limit is equal to 2000, but we have no idea what this number would be in percentages because we have not been given the information about the percentage of trucks exceeding the speed limit. And for that reason, the first statement is not sufficient to answer the question. Now let's look at the second statement. The second statement says 6,000 of the vehicles on the highway are trucks. And we already know that 25% of the vehicles are trucks. That means we understand that 25% of the total vehicles is equal to 6,000. And that gives us the value of the total vehicles, which becomes 6,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 25. Or we can say 6,000 multiplied by 4 straight away. And what we have to find out is 10% of the total. So 10% of total becomes 600 multiplied by 4 is equal to 2400. So we have 2400 vehicles that exceed the speed limit and are convertible. So the second statement alone is sufficient to answer the question. Hence, the answer to the question stands option B. I hope that helped. Thank you so much for watching this video.